We gather in the sight of Wotica and Wal to thresh truth from falsehood and see justice upheld.
The voice seems to echo from nowhere in particular, though the figures before you present a tableau of trial in progress.
The matter before this tribunal tonight. Heresy.
The dagger you took from the shackled spirit warms to the touch, oozing oily black ichor. Let's use the dagger to take on a role of a witness. Your vantage among the hooded witnesses affords you a view of both the inquisitors and the accused. You recognize the latter as the spirit shackled near the portal above.
You hereby stand accused of rejecting the orthodoxy delivered unto us by the universal divinities. In your malice, ignorance, and hubris, you would assault the very foundations of civilization. How do you answer these charges? I bear guilt for many things, but in my service to the divine, I have never wavered. Never once.
Keep quiet.
No person present disputes the facts. Your words and actions are a matter of record, confessed by your allies and confirmed by innumerable eyes. It seems my guilt a foregone conclusion. Why then bother with this farce?
That's a fair question. The Inquisitor turns her masked visage on you.
We would thank you to keep your tongue civil or stilled, lest it be removed.
Apologies, Inquisitor. She again addresses the accused.
This body provides you with a final chance to ameliorate the sins you have heaped upon yourself. If you choose not to admit fault, not to display contrition, then you shall bear the full burden of your transgressions with you to the wheel. Then declare your sentence. What example will be made of me? Your eyes shall be plucked from their sockets and turned upon you that you may fully examine your deficiencies. Then you shall be chained within a copper tub and your skin opened at 27 points that your spirit might better fly your corrupt flesh.
Ew.
Once purified, your soul shall be bound within an animate, that it may serve the gods forevermore. We gather in the sight of Wotica and Wal to thresh truth from falsehood and see justice upheld.
The voice seems to echo from nowhere in particular, though the figures before you present a tableau of a trial in progress.
The matter before this tribunal tonight. Apostasy.
The dagger again warms, oozing its thick ichor. Okay, let's take the role of Acquisitor. Because why not? Oh, it's raining. Yeah, that's great that it's raining. Before you, the elf you saw chained above stands bloodied and shackled, her gaze lowered to the stones. You are accused of abandoning the faith. How do you answer these charges?
I bear guilt for many things, but in my service to the divine, I have never wavered. Never once.
What say the witnesses?
Her many sins are a matter of record. That she denies them compounds her guilt.
I've only ever served the gods. What I've done for them, the sacrifices I've made.
Liar!
Monster! We gather in the sight of Wotica and Wal to thresh truth from falsehood and see justice upheld. The matter before this tribunal tonight: identity.
Here we go again. Let's... Oh, but we can only take row over witness or inquisitor.
Clan elders sometimes assign impossible ordeals meant to teach humility. These trials feel much the same.
Okay.
This place seems a labyrinth of memories. I suspect that we may be nearing its center.
Your words die on the air, as if spoken into a blanket. None of the gathered apparitions respond to them in any way. Let's try taking a roll of the Inquisitor again. This time properly. You have been charged with crimes against identity. How do you answer?
How can she answer? What does it even mean?
Of this charge, I bear no guilt. I am not but myself. How could I be other?
You could be divided against yourself.
You're suggesting the fragments of her souls are at odds? An interesting hypothesis. And in keeping with the evidence.
Whatever do you mean?
You don't find it curious that only the accuser and the accused have form here. The accused elf shudders against her shackles, and the other inquisitor hiss, a rising murmur being built among the witnesses.
Enough with this madness!
You don't have to keep putting yourself through this. The accused face falls, and you see tears fall from her cheeks. The scene shimmers and breaks apart, dissolving into a single pulsing mote of essence. The spirit remains shackled to the Adra. Her face rises weakly at your approach. Do you remember anything new? The spirit features twisting forward, then shimmer, growing indistinct. Okay, let's give you a mode of conviction. You add the potent mode of absolute certainty to the shackled soul's essence, and she gasps as if dunked in frigid water. Her eyes flash grey as she strains momentarily against her bonds and droops again.
Do I know you? Have we met?
We spoke not long ago. You begged my help.
Before this, before here. I see it. The shackles about your soul. They're in you, the gods. And you, their puppet.
One killed me and another brought me back. But it's kind of a long story. We don't have time for that now.
Unsurprising. 'Twas always their way. Give and take, kill and save, an unbalanced scale atop the edge of a blade.
You add the remorse-laden energy to the shackled soul's essence, and she gasps as if dunked in frigid water. Her eyes trickle blue as she strains momentarily against her bonds before drooping again.
'Tis strange. I recall so many trials. An endless parade of the accused. Was it a kind of punishment? Being forced to watch my fellows condemned?
Do you remember anything new?
A man. His torso caged in copper and Audra. It pulled him out of himself. Till he ate his own hand.
Read. The spirit takes a halting step forward. Her gaze rises to you. When she speaks, her voice sounds stronger, but also ragged and strained.
I am more myself than I have been in a very long time.
Do you remember who you were?
Almost. Like a word on the tip of the tongue. I have it, but I don't. I am certain, though, that I knew the Inquisitor well. I think perhaps that I loved her. And that she betrayed me.
He looks towards the center of the room and the structure that dominates it. I'm sorry, but I think you and the Inquisitor may be one and the same. She flickers, her features running momentarily like heavy rain down a slanted roof.
Ridiculous. We are nothing alike.
The Inquisitor, flanked by reflections of herself, greets your entrance with a cold stare. Entropic spirit energy swirls about her.
Inquisitor? You abandoned your sacred charge. You made a sacrifice of order on the altar of orthodoxy. You've come to end me then? To consign these lands to chaos? 'Tis a certainty that I have lost. It fled me. I think each memory restored, providing it another egress.
Remember that you're not only the worst things you've done, but the best as well.
And all that in between.
Exactly.
Were that it's so easily accomplished. What say you, Inquisitor? Is there aught to be salvaged between these two sad souls?
The Inquisitor's mask tilts towards the roof of the chamber as if she's looking to the gods for her answer.
I've certainly been responsible for worse decisions.
As the Inquisitor fades, the other entities in the hall screech as if in pain. They advance upon you. Oh, of course. The woman before you holds herself with a combined confidence and humility, her countenance only slightly less inscrutable than an Inquisitor's mask. But then she smiles. It's a small expression, hardly present, but recognizable all the same.
I appreciate your efforts here. I do not fully understand them, but I can appreciate them.
Come with me. I'll help you find your way back to the wheel.
You offer so much of yourself. You've no idea my gratitude. Let us go then.
We just gained another character? I mean, it wouldn't be that bad, but I'll say it in a
Return
moment.
from your interrogation, and with another soul added to your collection.
That place tortured her, or she tortured herself. Either way, it's time it ended.
You risk her. Likewise, you risk yourself. Without her assistance, you may never escape the depths. Yet, your choice is made. There's no unchurning the butter.
That's true. When did you get to make enemies?
You! Stay away! Have your kind not done enough damage?
Who are you?
We are the King's Council. Ekera, we were, but are no longer. That fool threw us from the palace and banished us from the realm, as if the Outlander's betrayal was our mistake.
Why did he banish you?
We dared to say he had made a terrible mistake.
Why did you run from me?
Ekera, I mistook you for one of those wretched Outlanders. Oh gods, what have we done? Gods. The Soul Collector! It's returned! Run!
Go. But the man can't run. His voice cuts off abruptly and his edges tear, fracture, and fall away. He is replaced with a creature of pure essence. He turns glowing eyes on you and lunges. Of course he does.
Well, should we not stand still as well, Captain?
I don't think we should. The figure at the head of the Red Seren army seems at odds with its surroundings. More like he is delivering a sermon than leading a bloodthirsty vanguard. His body overflows with soul essence, more than any mortal could hope to contain. It's Waidwen, instigator of the Saints' War, the human vessel Eotas guided to conquer the Deerwood. Though he has the protection of an army rallying around him, his features are creased with apprehension.
Where am I? And who are you?
Conflicting emotions radiate from his soul, like a mind waking from a deep and restless sleep.
Keep your distance. It's coming. The cycle's turning back on itself.
Waidwen's soul strains to avoid it, but you feel the pull of an unseen force staring at him, shredding this moment of clarity. And then he's gone. Torn apart by the force of the bomb, Waidwen is a tableau of agony. Any divine aspect has fled, leaving him nothing more than a mortal in a great pain. Something warm shines from the distant obscurity of the beyond. It isn't fire or a star, but light itself, seemingly disconnected from any source. You know this isn't your first time seeing it. No sooner does it draw its attention toward you than you feel the hit of a familiar, piercing gaze. Iotas. What are you doing here?
Grieving. That man, Waidwen. He had a life that I invaded, delivered to death, and consigned to this culvert. I left him to stand and accept punishment in my stead. I am the piece of the dawn stars that lingered, delayed by grief.
The rest of you could use a conscience like you.
Perhaps. Waidwen's fractured mind is holding this bridge, suspended in time. He's no good to anyone until he understands what he forgot.
The energies around the bridge seem drawn to this trinket.
A fitting token for Waidwen. As a holy man, he was a keeper of the light. As a farmer, he was indebted to cycles. Watcher, I implore you for Waidwen's sake, to stand in my light and read the sundial. You can follow the timeline of the bomb and find Waidwen in the explosion.
Fragmented from Waidwen in the blast, a splinter of soul essence feverishly clings to a moment in life now forgotten. You dangled your legs over the edge of the dock. In the gloom of pre-dawn, the lake resembled a mirror of polished obsidian. Your father approached with a pair of fishing rods. Back then, he stood as tall as a mountain. He expected you to be ready in the boat by now. What had you so distracted? Father, would the morning still come if Iotas wasn't there to throw it over the horizon? He sighed. A foolish question. Iotas is the dawn. His absence would be the death of all light. You are old enough for this to be obvious. What is truly on your mind? Your father knows you well enough to see through this obvious deflection. Wouldn't life go on without the gods? Before you could finish that thought, the fishing rods clattered on the ground and your father struck you hard enough that you pitched forward into the lake. Your mouth opened with a cry that was quickly stifled by the cold water. He bellowed that the gods deserved gratitude, not an ignorant child's faithless doubt. You should thank Iotas for the harvest in the dawn. Pride will only make you complacent. You were never a strong swimmer. By the time you desperately clawed your way back to the surface, your father had rowed out to the middle of the lake to be alone. You knew better than to call out to him and interrupt his fishing. You sat on the shore and awaited his return. When the dawn crested the horizon, you didn't give thanks for the warmth it brought. You wanted to remember the cold. Your father reached up from the sickbed and clutched at your wrist, his fingers gnarled and skeletal. You'd seen enough of his condition spreading through the colony to know he wouldn't last long. It was a miracle he hung on this long. His breathing was labored, his voice ragged, but his gaze was alert and full of questions that only you could answer. Don't worry about Mother. She won't know what to do with so much idle time. He shook his head and maintained his grip. His lips and nose were stained by the Vorla's cough, a plague that colored the flame purple. To you, it resembled an actor's smeared face paint. He asked in a ragged whisper if you kept to your faith. I still thank Iotas for the harvest and the dawn, just as you taught me. Satisfied, he nodded, but then his grip tightened as another fit of coughing crumpled him into a ball. And I'll thank him for the task as it settles over you, father. The coughing fit rattled to a halt as your father regarded you in wide-eyed shock. You left me to face a cold dawn. Now you can give thanks to the fading of your light, and you can do it alone. You moved away from the sickbed that was soon to be a deathbed, closing the door quietly behind you. Then you stepped out on the porch to savor the last rays of the day.
I shall make it so.
You drew your sickle across a thin patch of Vorlas. The harvest would be a poor one, but at least that was a shared burden that no one in Ritzera suffered alone. We could use some rain to go with all the sunlight, Iotas. My thanks in advance. As usual, there was no reply. You drew the sundial out from under your shirt, but the light had waned too much to judge the hour. Wait, when? You flinched as the chiming of a bell echoed from some distant source. A sensation of warmth spread across your back. Who's there? The daylight blossomed to life, exploding into many colors that filled the sky. You turned to face it, shielding your eyes until you realized that it didn't hurt to look into this brilliance. A glowing figure loomed before you. Do you still thank me for the dawn and the harvest, Waidwen? You dropped to your knees. You felt laid there before the light of Iotas. Every word spoken in hate, every punch you threw first, every time you turned your back to the dawn, they were all his to judge. I won't plead for mercy. Do what you came to do. You tilted your head to present your neck, a motion you had seen repeated too many times in the town square. The luminescent figure flickered in a way that reminded you at once of a guttering candle and a chuckle. Do you think I'm here to admonish and cast you into the lake? No, I would draw you back to the warmth for higher calling. He knew. Suddenly, you felt like that child again, vulnerable and alone before a looming all-powerful presence. Fear not, for you are chosen above all others. You will be the light to bring about the rebirth of an empire. An empire? It was gibberish to you, but Iotas probably knew something you didn't. Of course he did. His words filled you with a warmth and confidence that you had never felt before. Where do we start? He told you that it starts where stories usually do, at the beginning. The sickle fell from your grip with a clatter as a hand reached out from across a great distance to touch your brow. A light stole over your vision. Much later, you awakened a changed man. As all the essence you gathered on evnatherotten converges on Waidwen, his soul brightens with a flash. Then his eyes snap open as a tide of revelation washes over him. To make me regret this.
Thank you, friend. I'm struggling to understand it all, but my thoughts are clearer now.
Waidwen wobbles on his feet. His expression of bewilderment shapes into a broad grin as he recovers his bearings.
I think I accept why this needed to happen, but it is only human to feel conflicted.
I'm guessing the cycle is broken now.
Unless you feel like taking it for another go-around, I can wait. There is a lesson, a purpose to the Godhammer that I failed to grasp. Eothas wanted the people of the world to stand tall, without gods propping them up. The Godhammer didn't just tear Eothas from my body. It drove a wedge between gods and kith across Eora. And isn't that just a version of what he always wanted?
Iotas knew that action, even if it's misunderstood, is always better than silence.
The words may have sounded fairer from his mouth, But I suppose the lesson is the same. Point me toward the fiend that means you harm, and I'll drag it down to oblivion with me. Onward.
Thank you. The soul fragment dissipates in a flash of scattered essence, reforming in the shape of a large Aumaua man decked in exquisite robes and golden jewelry.
My great hall stands open for all who would pay fealty to their beloved king. Why are you here?
I come as an aegis of Ngati.
Ikera, greetings from an emissary of the sea.
That the drowned lady would deign to send her favored son to me? Surely she must have recognized the greatness of the kingdom I have built.
Hello, I'm also from the drowned lady, her aspect of moon. Yes, I'm also here.
Ngati? Is that the Huana name for Emergund?
Your kingdom predates Ukaizo.
My kingdom is Ukaizo.
Right.
The jewel of the Deadfire. No, of Aora, a city so magnificent it draws the jealous eyes of all the world's great civilizations. It will make a fine inheritance for my many daughters.
Lucky them.
What greater gift can a doting father give than an empire that spans the world?
What happened to your kingdom?
Look around you. Is my hall not the picture of power? Do you not drown in luxury? Nowhere in the world can match the brilliance of my city. No, my empire. It is the greatest nation in Aora, I say.
Who are you?
King Wingaro Owaturi I. You've heard of me, of course.
Now I did.
Haven't you?
To put it delicately, Your Highness, your civilization lies in ruins and your soul is trapped in Remgrandt's realm.
That is not possible, I say. My empire is the strongest in Aora. No, the greatest empire history has ever known. My reach extends to the edges of the world. Kith on distant shores pay fealty to me, King Wingaro Owaturi I.
The only thing keeping you here is your pride, you stubborn old fool.
My judgment is beyond reproach by you, by the gods, by anyone! I will not take the blame for what happened! Do you hear me? I will not! Bearded Outlander and his cabal arrived in Ukaizo. They offered glory, strength, growth, and asked so little in return. My council warned me against allying with them. I called them cowards. All that mattered to me was the extent of our reach. Endless expansion. Security for the Wana. A legacy none could match. I say it was my weakness they exploited. I believed I could stand against the tide of time. The tide that wears down even the hardest stone to sand. And my arrogance doomed us all.
You could redeem yourself. Help me defeat the dragon Nerceralis.
A victory against the dragon would bring glory to my empire. Perhaps together we might repair my legacy too. It is settled.
Come, Watcher! The fury of the Godhammer is ready!
Yay. Yes, we only get 2 allies. Wait, but I saw 3 bridges. So maybe we have all 3 of them. The beast's blazing eyes glare down at you. Her spiritual presence beats upon your face like the heat from an open blast furnace.
You came courting oblivion. Remarkable. Shrouded yourself in the souls of the dead, have you? I sense them clinging to you like snails to a stone.
Do they like me?
It matters not. Nothing matters. I shall claim your essence and use it to escape this place.
How do you propose to take my essence?
In the eldest manner. Via consumption.
Fair enough.
The relic shall contain your spirit, shielding it against the white void. You shall survive, after a fashion.
And which relic would that be? She waves a claw towards the object floating above the pedestal between you and the dragon. Palpable energy pulses from it.
What is that thing?
I sense dozens, perhaps hundreds of minds contained within that.
The anchor. It persists here, when all other things decay to dust. I came here for it. An object of such potency that it defies the deified.
Got power to rival the gods? Why?
My own protection. They destroy that which threatens their dominion as they did those who came before me. As they would have you, had you not cast yourself into this void.
Who do you mean by those who come before you?
My elders. When I was yet young, 3 dragons of inimitable prowess ruled these seas.
The oldest Juana legends speak of 3 guardians, but... Akara, it is nothing.
No, elaborate.
So impressive were they that the gods enlisted them in defending their great working. The elders accepted, and then they vanished. The gods had betrayed them, entrapped them, murdered them.
Do you know how long you've been down here? The beast's nostrils flare as she arches her back, her wings flexing and twitching towards the tips.
Years, decades, it matters not. So I had noticed.
Have you considered taking the fight to Rembrandt?
Do battle with the beast of winter? To what conceivable end?
To be free of this place? To consume his essence? Perhaps to become a god yourself?
You would have me eat Rimergand?
Mm-hmm.
To pluck him from the void as I might a heifer from a field?
Why not? He's nothing but essence, right?
That a thing is possible does not render it trivially easy. And yet...
Her head bobs, eyes dimming slightly in thought. I'm not sure what else I can say. Maybe you win, maybe you don't, but at least you tried.
Even you must understand that inaction is sometimes the wisest action.
And yet she still won't take the fight to Rembrandt. What a shame. Okay, let's get this over with. The creature's laughter echoes in your mind. Yeah, fight is forced. Unfortunately.
Yes?
Most fights with dragons are forced. Easy. The dragon heaves before you, fallen to her knees, her 4 claws scraping us at her gaunt ribcage as her putrid flesh buckles and twists at the mercy of the arcane energies contained within. The beast throws back her head and howls. Grab the phylactery. Aye? You shove your hand deep into the worm's desiccated chest even as her talons gouge your back. You grasp the relic, its warm pulsing through your fingers, and rip it from the dragon's breast. The dragon's neck twists, turning her head that she might cast a single balefully glowing eye upon you. come on. Grant, I came to parley. The voice of Rembrandt booms from within the beast of winter. Though the creature's mouth does not move, you hear the god's words in the groaning of the eyes that surrounds you.
The creature is gone. Good. Give me the relic you hold. I will cleanse the stain from it.
How are you going to cleanse it?
I did not make a request.
I destroyed the dragon, just as you asked. I kept my end of the bargain. You keep yours.
I cannot permit a soul that has felt the chill of the white void to leave this plane. But I would strike a compromise.
What? How does that... Do I not bear the touch of the void? Before coming here, I mean.
The void is mine, but I am not the void. My touch is not its touch.
Does that mean you've other... places? Realms, I guess. Like this one. I guess I wondered why you do this to me. To anyone. If there are other options.
You mistake your countenance for a choice. Every god must have their agents. You are mine.
The only option was to subject him to a lifetime of pain?
Life is suffering. Until it ends. That is the mercy I provide.
I'm an elf. Your mercy's a long way off.
Wagner cringes and looks away.
You may return to the mortal realm in recompense for what you have done. But within you will bide my chime. And when you die, your soul will enter the white void.
I already carry 2 chimes.
There is no reason you cannot carry 3 in life. And
This isn't what I agreed to when I told you I'd take care of Nerysillus.
this realm is governed by immutable laws, and I will not bend them to suit you.
I will end you.
You have your choice. Accept my chime, or remain here.
I've learned better than to make deals with gods of death.
So be it.
Did I do that? Fight's not over yet. Break on the wheel.
Weaker than the... Yes! Significantly weaker than the dragon.
You do amuse, Watcher. The others have that much right.
The beast's eyes glow. The light flickers, then strengthens. And the creature's wounds slowly knit themselves together. The beast stands without effort, and a cyclone of snow rises behind it. The storm grows, crackling like a bivouac, and a howl rises with it. With a feather-light touch, the storm bears you upwards, toward a shimmering tear in the sky. Through the tear, you catch a flickering, indistinct shape and vaguely recognized as the altar of decline. Rumergard expels you from his realm.
Why are you such a jerk?
It is my nature. Farewell, Watcher